I live in Denmark, and for a long time I really wanted to see the Northern Lights. Every time they say it will be visible, I'm in some dark corner of Denmark trying to look up and find it. And every time, nothing. Denmark is just too far south to see the aurora properly. So I planned the perfect trip to the best place in the world to see the Northern Lights, Kiruna in Sweden. This plan would take me from Copenhagen deep into the Arctic Circle for one single weekend. And what I found was more incredible than I ever imagined. We saw the Northern Lights every single night. Not only through the cameras of our iPhones, that you can also do in Denmark, but in real plain sight. This is Kiruna, and in this video I'm going to break down everything in detail so you can have this adventure too, whether you're flying in from Denmark or from somewhere else in the world. Alright, let's talk about the logistics. Getting to the Arctic Circle from Denmark is surprisingly straightforward. We flew from Copenhagen at 9:30 a.m. Then we had a quick layover in Stockholm and then continued on to Kiruna with arrival at 2 p.m. The total travel time was 4.5 hours. Finally, at our destination, we were now 145 kilometers north of the Arctic Circle, and the air here is super clean, crisp and cold. Stepping off that plane into a world of pristine white snow is the perfect start to an adventure. After checking into our hotel, Camp Ripan, at around 3 p.m, we headed straight for the spa. At this time it was pitch dark outside, so we already felt a bit sleepy, but the cold baths combined with sauna woke us up immediately. Then we had our first taste of Lapland, which is sort of the region of northern Sweden. We had booked a 10-course tasting menu at the hotel restaurant. This wasn't just a dinner, it was a cultural experience as well. The atmosphere was incredible. The smell of wood-fired grill, the warm glow of candlelight, and the quiet beauty of the snow falling just outside the window. The perfect Christmas scenery. We tried everything from reindeer to moose, each dish telling a story of the region's culinary heritage. With the coffee, we got cheese lumps that the Swedes apparently drop into the coffee. We tried it, but it wasn't not the winner with us, unfortunately. Overall, it was the perfect start of our trip in the land of the Sámi people. And after that incredible dinner, the sky suddenly opened up, and we could see the beautiful northern lights before going to bed. Saturday morning we woke up to a winter wonderland. The temperature was hovering around a brisk -10 degrees Celsius, perfect for our next adventure, dog sledding. The energy of the dogs is infectious. They are born to run, and you can just feel their excitement as the sleds are prepared. Our tour lasted for about 3 hours, with over 2 hours spent on the sled. Once you're moving, the only sounds are the soft patting of the dog's paws on the snow and the gliding of the sled. It's surreal, peaceful, and intensely cold. You're just surrounded by silence, snow, and the incredible power of these animals and nature. It's a moment of pure connection with nature and truly unforgettable, and that was definitely the highlight of our trip, apart from seeing the Northern Lights. I have left a link to this particular experience in the description below as well, so you can also try it. For our second night, we joined an aurora hunting tour that also offered a deep dive into the local Sámi culture. The goal is to get as far away from light pollution as possible, so our guide drove us deep into the wilderness to a remote frozen lake. Waiting for the aurora is an experience in itself. We gathered inside a lavu, a traditional Sámi tent with a fire crackling in the center. Our guide, who was of Sámi heritage, shared stories about his culture and the importance of reindeer herding, while he grilled reindeer and moose on the fire and served us warm lingonberry juice. It was authentic, intimate, and incredibly memorable. And then it all happened. The sky began to glow and soon ribbons of green purple were dancing directly above us. This time the display was even more intense than the first night, a real celestial ballet that lasted for what felt like an eternity really. Standing there in the freezing cold, miles from civilization, watching the cosmos put on a show, that's really a feeling that I will not forget soon. And yes, it gets cold. The temperatures drop to around -15 Celsius, so dressing in layers and changing to winter boots is a definite must. For our final night, we decided to chase the aurora with a bit more horsepower. A night snowmobile tour is an entirely different experience than the dog sledding. It's fast, it's loud, and it's an adrenaline rush. The headlights are the only things cutting through the immense darkness of the Arctic night. The feeling of the wind, the speed, and the sheer power of the machine is exhilarating. We rode for miles, eventually stopping in a clearing to look up at the sky, and unbelievably, there was it again. The thing that we came all this way to see. This was the moment I realized that seeing the Northern Lights 3 nights in a row isn't just possible in Kiruna and Lapland, it's a real likelihood if you visit at the right time. This feels like a National Geographic moment that you get to star in. It's wild, it's beautiful, and it's something that you have to experience to believe it. On Monday afternoon, we caught our flight back home. Leaving this winter fantasy behind for the reality of everyday life is a hard re-entry, but the memories are worth every second. So, you want to do this trip as well? Here's what you need to know. We did it in 3 nights, which is perfect amount of time for a long weekend. The best time to go for reliable snow and a high chance of seeing the aurora is from late October to March. We went in late November and the conditions were just perfect. At the same time, we also got this a bit of winter Christmassy feel that we wanted to get us well into the December month of Christmas celebration as well. So it was just perfect now that we don't have so much snow in Denmark. As for what to pack, think layers, warm boots and thick jackets. Thermal underwear, woolen socks, insulated pants, a warm mid-layer and a heavy-duty winter jacket are non-negotiable. The tour operators, however, provide outer suits and big winter boots, but you need to be warm underneath. Don't forget a good hat, gloves and a scarf or a balaclava. Tours can range in price, so it's best to book in advance, especially during peak season. A dog sledding or snowmobile tour can easily be around 150 to 250 euros. But trust me, they are worth every penny. Below in the description I have linked to all the tours that I can highly recommend. The total price for the trip was about 2,000 euros for 2 people. The key takeaway is that you don't need a full week's vacation to have an epic Arctic adventure. There is a pretty good chance that you will see the Northern Lights if you are there for 3 consecutive nights. A long weekend from Copenhagen is more than enough to experience the magic of Kiruna. The thing is, it's difficult for the weather prediction services to truly predict the weather up there because the clouds come and go. Meaning what stands in the way from you seeing the aurora is actually typically low-hanging clouds and not so much whether the aurora is actually there, because it will be there most nights. So yes, you can fly from Denmark on a Friday and be watching green lights dance across the Arctic sky that same night. We did it and I really hope you will also do it. Don't trust that you can see the Northern Lights in Denmark. I've tried for so many years and it never really worked. And if you plan it right, you can definitely go and see the Northern Lights. It's a journey that will leave you breathless, inspired and with a profound appreciation for the wild beauty of the North. If you enjoyed this video and want more ideas for incredible weekend trips from Denmark, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I've also linked to the full itinerary and all the tour companies we used in the description below. Thanks for watching.